Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Dagger Law, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield BD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHawkingHills.com.
Live from Chieftain Stadium on the campus of Logan High School, it's the Interface Video Productions High School Football Game of the Week. Hello, everybody. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight we've got an OCC Buckeye Division battle between the Lancaster Golden Gales and the Logan Chieftains. Let's jump right into our pregame, brought to you by Personal Touch Party Rentals. Carol and Eric Whittington would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and events in Lancaster. They are a small family-owned business. They've been servicing the Central Ohio area since 2003. They would love to help plan your next event, all with a personal touch. Stop out and see their showroom on Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. Tim, let's talk about this matchup. This is a matchup that, surprisingly, these two teams haven't played since 2014. Prior to that, Lancaster won 9 out of the 11 games they played.
Yeah, as you see, the register on there that shows the last time they played, we had actually done that game. That was a double overtime game that Lancaster went for 2.
I remember that, to
win the game, and quite an evening that was. I believe this Chieftain Stadium here opened in 2008, and Logan had. That was the first time they had beaten Lancaster in this recent series.
Wow.
The series goes back before this, but these are the list of the recent 11 times they've played. But it's good that they're back in the conference again. This is a good football game to have. You're up and down Route 33 basically, and the whole league's basically a Route 33 league now, with the exception of Newark.
Right. You had a chance to talk to both these coaches coming into tonight's ball game, and I think Lancaster coming in at 2-4, Logan at 1-5. One of the things that stood out to me in your conversations with them is in areas to improve. Both of them said fundamentals and techniques. We're in week number 7 now.
Yeah, but I don't think you ever really quit working on those things, especially when you have younger groups.
Yeah.
Logan has a few seniors, but this is a new experience coming into the OCC this year, and when you look at it. It's just a different dynamic.
Yeah.
And Coach Eddie knows that. This is, we saw that with Taze earlier in the year. Talked to Coach Cross about it then. And with Coach Eddie, it's just making an adjustment to the competition level.
We'll talk about matchups and personnel as we go along here with our keys to the game in just a few moments. Right now, the kickoff brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. It will be Logan kicking off to Lancaster to begin tonight's contest. Of course, the Gales, Tim, when you talked to Coach Schoonover, a little bit banged up coming into week 7.
Yeah, a little thin at the running back right now, but, no excuses made. You just got to get better at what you're doing.
Ball's going to be taken at the 30-yard line by one of the upmen, and he actually got pushed down, as you saw, by one of his blockers coming from behind him.
Just communication there.
Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by North Body Shop. Since 1979, North Body Shop has been providing professional auto collision repairs on all makes and models. Don't think of going anywhere else to get your vehicle looking like new again. We pride ourselves on serving all of the collision repairs you need throughout Fairfield County. What do you think, Tim, personnel-wise, keys to the game for both these teams? Who are we going to be keying on?
Well, I think Lancaster, we talked to Coach Schoonover. He's talking about the kicking game.
Yeah.
We've got to do a better job in the kicking game. They have not had the success that he wanted to have in that game. And secondly, he goes, we got to start getting first downs.
Yeah.
He said that's the easiest way to play good defense.
Gales had a really good win at Marysville. Since then, they've lost 3 in a row, and they've got to get some things going. Like you said, they'll be led by Brody Burke at quarterback. He's going to hand off on play number 1 to Isaiah Sweat, and that's going nowhere. One of the things, Tim, when you talk to Coach Eddie, kind of concerned about the difference in size. This Lancaster offensive line is huge.
Yeah, he talked about the line of scrimmage. He feels it's a little bit of a mismatch, but they got to match Lancaster's physicality. The league is going to be more physical than the league they've played in previous. Doesn't mean that it's not any better. It's just different at this level.
You mentioned that last time they played, 2014, when Lancaster won in double overtime. That game coached for Logan was coached by Billy Burke, who is a Lancaster graduate, now on the staff of the Gales. Here's a pass from his son, Brody Burke, intended for tight end Cam Griffith. Griffith gave a great effort, but really good coverage down there by number 7, Austin Wineshire, and also number 3, Jack Walsh down there for the Chieftains.
You see the replay right here. See the fake, roll to the right. Just a small window, Jerry.
Yeah, that's not really that bad of a pass. I mean, he put it where he needed to. Just good coverage downfield. 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Gales. Out of the shotgun, Burke fakes the handoff, keeps it himself over right tackle. Burke out across the 40, and he's got first down yardage to the 46-yard line. Good carry by Brody Burke.
Yeah, he did a great job of making the first guy miss, and that got him the first down. You know, I mean, you got to make tackles. When you talk about, you mentioned fundamentals earlier. Watch here. This is just a missed tackle, Jared.
Right there, yeah.
That's all it is. And if you're going to be decent and get better, you got to make tackles on the defensive side of the football.
Good look at the dagger law replay, and I tell you, a good job by that offensive line pushing everybody to the left and opening up a huge hole on the right side for Brody Burke. 1st and 10 Gales at the 46-yard line. Sweat stands to the left of Burke. Check that, it's Jameer Gordon. And the carry here maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Still no whistle. Now they'll blow it dead. Gordon has been nursing a bad ankle. He didn't play at all last week against Pickerington Central, but he's coming into that game. He was coming off of a career day.
Right, and those are things that happen. You know, the reality is in football you're going to have some injuries, and that's why you rely on having numbers for depth.
Yeah. Gordon on the year, 40 carries for 293 yards. The majority of those were in one game against Tays Valley. 2nd and 10 for the Gales. Everybody's bunched in tight. It'll be Sweat going in motion. He'll take the handoff. Going right side. Takes a big hit at the 48. Knocked out of bounds. Going to bring up a 3rd down for the Gales.
Yeah, Chieftains did a good job, again, stretching that out and pushing it to the short sideline there, Jared, and making sure he didn't get too big a gain. Watch the replay here. And this is the physicality that Coach Eddie was talking about that he wants to see.
Right here coming in. Once again, that's Jack Walsh.
Yes.
6 foot, 170-pound senior. Putting a good hit on Isaiah Sweat. 3rd down and 8. 3 receivers split to the near side for the Gales. With Sweat standing to the left of Burke. Burke back to pass. Lofts one out there for Griffith. Just over his extended hand. Could not haul it in. Like seeing Cam Griffith getting more involved, how they're getting him more involved, and actually a little bit longer passes to him. Usually it's a little bit shorter.
Well, as you see here, I mean, this is still a low risk of completing pass, Jared, right there. You got double coverage. You're looking for your athlete to make a play there, and that's tough.
Yeah. Gales will punt it away. Ethan Graham comes in to punt it away for Lancaster. And back deep for the Chieftains. Jacob Carrig. He's going to let it bounce. It goes off of a Gales player, and then he picks it up, and he'll take it to about the 19-yard line.
I don't know if the punter's knee was down to scoop that ball.
It's close. I'd like
close.
to see that.
Yeah.
But the Chieftains will take over. Officials are having a conversation. It almost seems like they're having a conversation about where the ball should be spotted, but like you said, the punter's knee looked like it was very close to being down.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from here. Didn't get a good enough look on the screen initially or the field. But if you catch that ball with the knee down at the high school level, you're down.
Yeah.
Yep, there's our referee group tonight. Jared. Referees Wayne Linthicum, he's their crew chief. Jimmy Woods, the umpire. Head linesman is Phil King. Line judge is Mike Maxey. The back judge is Paul Holland, and the center judge is Troy Fletcher.
Got it squared away, and the Chieftains will go on offense, led by sophomore quarterback Carson Tootle, and he's going to hand it off right up the middle. Good job by the Lancaster defensive line to meet him actually before he got to the line of scrimmage. Ball carrier was,
Kevin Monahan, the first to arrive for the Gales.
who was that? Shu, did you get a number on the ball carrier?
Couldn't tell.
Number 1, Caden Morgan. There it is.
Yeah, they.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
Good job by Kevin Monahan. He just busted through there,
had no chance.
untouched.
Yeah.
Second down and 11 for the Chiefs. Tootle back to pass. Almost picked off. Braylon Young comes in there and gets his hands on it.
I read that pretty good.
Yeah, he would have had 6 points easy if he hauls that one in. This Lancaster defense has been a spark for them. When things have been going bad, the defense has always seemed to hold them together. They had a really good game up at Marysville. And there you saw the replay of Braylon Young getting his hands on that one. Third down and 11 for the Chiefs. Tootle with Morgan to his left. Rolls to his left. Good catch. Oh, he couldn't haul it in. He was hit immediately. The intended receiver, Jacob Kahrig.
Toodle's pass intended for Jacob Carey.
So they will punt it away. So good job defensively for the Gales.
Fourth down for Logan.
Back to punt for Logan is
Vaccine for the Gales.
Callan Wilson.
I was looking at some things. Callan's had a heck of a year. He does a lot of things for them, for the Chieftains, and he's had a heck of a year, Jared.
Spiraling punt will be taken at the 49-yard line of Logan. This is Drew Whitlatch on the return. Whitlatch up across the 30 all the way down to the 25. And I tell you what, we talk about spark plugs. Drew Whitlatch has been that guy for Lancaster and really not a lot of football experience. I believe this may be just his second year playing football.
Well, he stood out. He's been consistent. You'll see the replay here. He does a nice job on this punt return. You know, Callan didn't get it very high. More of a line drive.
He just split those two
Yeah, he
defenders
did.
right there.
Now, Drew's had a heck of a lot of good games
Yes, he has.
put together. He's really stood out as far as a Lancaster Gale player.
It's a great field position for the Gales in their second possession. They've got the ball at the Logan 26-yard line. 8:37 to play in the first quarter.
Now you kind of put your defense in a pickle here right now. You got to buckle up and play.
Burke back to pass. Looking downfield. He's got his man at the 12-yard line, spinning to the 10. That is Isaiah Sweat on the reception for Lancaster.
Complete to Isaiah Sweat.
Yeah, that was a nice formation and a good play. Good throw by Burke.
A good job after the catch as well by
Yes.
Isaiah. It'll be first and goal for the Gales. Burke sends him in motion. He'll hand it off to the first man through. That's 24. That is Aiden Sells on the carry. Sells got quite a few carries last week with the absence of Jamir Gordon. Sells a junior, 5'10", 190 pounds. Second and goal for the Gales at the 6. Sweat stands to the left of Burke. Burke. And it's picked off at the goal line. Coming out to the 10, now the 20. He's coming down the near sideline. He's got a blocker with him and going to be knocked out of bounds by Brody Burke at the 44-yard line.
Big play.
Chris Gompf on the interception and return for the Chiefs. That is a huge play for Logan as the Gales were knocking on the door.
That turns momentum. Yeah, he just never saw him.
Chris
Jared.
Gompf has had himself a good year, 5'10", 175-pound senior. And he got himself a pick and a return all the way out to the 40. First and 10 Chieftains. That's got to give you some life momentum here. Tootle will hand it off. This is Gompf across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Yeah, why not put him in the backfield and reward him after that, right?
Absolutely.
Lancaster, and that's on the tackle.
You know, Coach Eddie talked about, they still want to run the football. They're going to use some different formations and try to show you some different things, but the bottom line is they still want to run the football.
Tootle again hands off to Gompf. Gompf trying to get to the 45. He's going to be stacked up and thrown down. Forward progress got him to the 44. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Chiefs.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you got to have some victories at the line of scrimmage. And that, you know, those are the small battles that you go into trying to get better.
One of the things Coach Eddie has talked about is strength. They might be size-wise undermanned, but he wants his guys to be strong, and they've done a great job in their strength program down here at Logan. 3rd down and 6. Tootle rolling to the near side, looking to pass. Lofts one. I don't know if he got a foot in. No, he did not. It was a good catch by Jack Walsh, but just could not get a toe in, and that'll force Logan to punt.
You know, the Chiefs have only scored 46 points this year, so it's been, you know, major concern of how can we move the ball and get some points.
You know, Tim, I was looking at Logan's schedule from last year, and through 3 quarters, if you take the season as a whole, as the punt is very high and going out of bounds over on the far side. We'll see where the official spots that, but looking at the season as a whole last year, through 3 quarters, Logan was basically even with all their opponents, 109 points to 108. But in the 4th quarter, they were outscored 93-47. What do you attribute that to?
Well, there's a lot of things. You know, to comment off of that with really not having seen him would be, you know, but that could either be conditioning, maybe other teams' adjustment. You know, there's a lot of factors.
Could even be depth. I mean, maybe the other teams
and that's one
were
of the
well rested.
Absolutely. Makes a difference. And especially at this level, you know, we see it when, you know, we do all levels, but when we watch the big school teams, they just have people playing one way or at least only a few playing both ways. Well, that's not going to be the case at Logan.
Right. Here's Jameer Gordon. Gordon across midfield. Gordon in a foot race to the 35-30. Down the near side. He will be caught inside the 10 and dragged down at the 4-yard line. Great run by Jameer Gordon. Finally brought down by number 7 of the Chieftains, but a really good run. And we've got an injured Logan player all the way back at the line of scrimmage. As the training staff will head out to take care of him, we'll check the Dagger Law replay.
Watch the initial blocking right here, Jared. Pull the guard and the tackle. And he doesn't need a lot of room, Jared. He's a difference maker.
Yeah. Gordon, just a sophomore, 5'9", 160 pounds, and he's going to be a really good one.
Yeah. He's a difference maker, that's for sure. You know, you can improve your speed, but you can't teach it.
Right, right.
If you can, let me know when. I don't have any.
Good to see the injured player, Noah Markin, sitting up. He was in that defensive line kind of stacked up, and as he was getting blocked, it almost looked like he got blocked into somebody low, which is never a good sign. So hopefully he's going to be okay. And while he gets checked on, Tim, I want to give a shout-out to Joe Moorhead, the 9th grade coach for the Gales. They had a really good game last night against both teams, really. Logan and Lancaster had a really good game and a hard-fought victory for Coach Moorhead and the freshman Gales team. But I got to tell you, that Logan team, they've got some talent at that freshman level. Their quarterback was solid. I mean, he scrambling, passing on the run. But just a really good game by both teams last night. Also, got to say congratulations to the 7th and 8th grade. Both teams, the 7th grade team and 8th grade teams at Lancaster won against Logan this week. 7th grade coached by Roger Murphy, 8th grade coached by Clint Apple. So as we had a little break here, I thought I'd throw that out there, that doing some good things, trying to build the program.
Yep.
On both sides. Logan's, I was very impressed with their freshman team last night. So good to see Noah Markin coming off the field under his own power. We'll get back to action with Lancaster. 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line with 5:44 and counting here in this first quarter. And this time, Burke gives to Sells, and Sells is stacked up. I don't know if he got anything there, maybe 1 yard. Let's look at Markin getting checked out, and you see the C on his jersey. He's a captain, so they definitely don't want to lose him. He's senior. Second and goal for the Gales. Burke hands it off to Sweat. Sweat going right side. Down just shy of the goal line at the 1 yard line.
Quick pace, Jared. Here they come again.
Sells this time. Did he get in? He's being pushed from behind. Don't see a signal yet. No, he did not get in. They're calling fourth down.
It's at about the 6-inch line,
Wow.
it looks like.
Not crossed. It is fourth down for Lancaster. Chris Gumpf with the tackle.
Chris Gompf on the tackle. He's had a good night already. We're not even out of the first quarter. How many times we called his name?
Well, you got to like the fight in the defense here. Just not surrendering.
So fourth and goal for the Gales at the half-yard line. They tried Sweat to the right. They tried Sells up the middle twice. We'll see what they do here. Burke turns, hands to Sells. This time he's in.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Gales.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gales.
So Lancaster on the board first. Good job by them to avenge that turnover right at the goal line in their last possession and punch one in here to get on the board with 4:02 to play in the first quarter. Coming on to kick the extra point, Ethan Graham. Coach Schoonover talked about the kicking game, and something that Lancaster's really done a good job at the last handful of years is their kicking game has been excellent. And Ethan Graham's just continuing that, but we have a flag here.
Well, if you ever read Jim Tressel's book, there's a whole section all about the kicking game and how important it determines your outcome in football.
It really does. So the penalty goes on Logan, so moves the ball up to the
Now you go for 2?
1.5 yard line.
Yep.
They are going to go for 2 now.
I mean, 1.5 yard, why not?
Yeah. Burke has Sells right behind him. It will be Aiden Sells. And this time, a really good job by that defensive front
I don't
of
think he got
Logan
it.
to stack him up.
Nope.
Ball short. Chieftains hold. Our
And
score,
Sells now
4:02
stays down
left
after the
first quarter.
hit.
Gales.
Here's the replay. Try to see who comes through here.
Dallin Thompson with the
It's
stop.
really hard to see in that. Oh, that's the touchdown run
Yeah.
by Sells. They tried to give him the 2-point conversion, but he was stopped. Here it is. I think that might have been Jack Walsh, number 3, the linebacker, bursting through there and making that initial hit.
He's had a really good year. Hey, Jared, with the scoreboard now having a mark on it, let's let you know who the first half scoreboard sponsor is. It's Buckeye Automotive Family. The Buckeye Honda, Nissan, and Toyota dealerships would like to wish all the local athletes best of luck this season. Learn more at buckeyecars.com.
With Sells getting checked on, we can tell you about some other games going on around the area tonight. 3-3 Amanda Clear Creek is at 3-3 Lucas. It is a big battle out in Carroll tonight. 5-1 Logan Elm at 5-1 Bloom Carroll. It's in the Mid-State League Cardinal, Bishop Rosecrans, 3-3 at 2-4 Fairfield Christian. I believe just the second home game for Fairfield Christian in their new stadium. Fairfield Union is at Liberty Union tonight. Grove City Christian, we saw them earlier this year. Very impressive football team at 5-1. They're at Millersport tonight. It's Bern Union making the long trip to Martins Ferry. It's going to be a tough one. Martins Ferry has a really good football team, 5-1. It's Miller at Fisher Catholic for the Irish homecoming tonight. New Lexington is at Maysville. New Lex having a good year as well, 5-1. They're at Maysville, who's 2-4. Newark at 4-2 goes to Pickerington Central, who's 4-2. Central Crossing is at Pickerington North. Philo is at Sheridan, and Canal Winchester is at Taze Valley. How about Taze Valley? 5-1, first year in the OCC.
Well, we did the Carroll game, and I think that just gave them confidence that
Yeah.
they needed and pushed them forward.
There's the scoring drive shoe.
Yeah, 5 plays, 57 yards. Took a minute 57 for a 1-yard TD run.
Does that mean we have Beth Competti with us down on the trailer tonight doing our stats? How about that?
I don't think she taught Bob how to do it.
Bob would have to take off his shoes.
And happy birthday to you, huh?
Cell's still being looked at. I think they're
Yeah.
looking at that right ankle, it seems. You always worry about that as it's a big scrum like that. Of course, we saw Markham go down the same situation. The lower body is just so vulnerable.
When you have tight fits like that, heavy people fall backward on your lower body parts. I mean, it's very common when you watch football every weekend. You see those kind of injuries.
Yeah, and they are already, we talked about Gordon and Sweat, kind of battling some injuries. They're doing well tonight, but at any moment they might go out, because they're not 100%. So now Sells.
Yeah. It's the way it works. I mean, unfortunately, in football, it happens.
Yeah.
Any sport you can have it, but you have so much contact here, Jared, and so many people in a small space sometimes. Injuries are very prevalent.
See referee Phil King there checking him out as well. Yeah, he's going to need help off the field as he doesn't have much, can't put much weight on that ankle. So Coach Schoonover calling for a couple players to come out. Trainer Lee will be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Certainly hope that Aiden's going to be all right. Gales can't afford to lose anybody else in that offensive backfield. Trying to see down on the Logan side if Markin, he was on the bench getting checked out. He's up now. Hopefully he's going to be all right and be able to make it back into the game. Check that out, Shu. Video scoreboard here at Logan. They put live pictures up there, live video. This is a very, very impressive high school football stadium.
Oh, it's a great place to watch a game.
I remember watching Joe Burrow and the Athens Bulldogs in their playoff game. I believe it was Marion Harding they played here, I think. Maybe it was DeSales that year, but it was one of the coldest high school football games I've ever been to. But it was made better by the seat backs here on the home side. So Graham to kick it off for the Gales after the touchdown by Lancaster puts them up 6-0. Ethan's high and over end kick will be taken at the 5-yard line over on the far hash. And he lost the football momentarily, was able to regain it, believe, on the return. That's number 4. Yeah, that's Jacob Carrig on the return.
Well, the challenge now for the Chieftains is try to put something together. They have not been able to move the ball as of yet.
Watch him right there. Just got
swipe.
hit once, twice.
Oh, he did drop.
Yeah, he did. So the Chiefs back on offense. Tootle will have Morgan standing to his left. Still checking his play card on his wristband. Here's Morgan. He'll get out to the 18-yard line. No, they'll move it all the way up to the 19. Second and about 8 for the Chieftains. Xavier Havlicek on the tackle for the Gales. Doesn't he know he's supposed to be playing basketball?
Those days are long gone, Jared. A lot of people, our younger generation, does not even know what you're talking about.
You're right. Chiefs will split 2 guys out to the near side, 2 out to the far side. Morgan now resets. Tootle. Screen pass caught by Walsh, and Walsh, not much there.
Yeah, but I like that. Get the ball out quick, Jared. You know, not try to pound through the line, physical. Get it out to athletes and let them make plays.
It makes it a manageable third down here. Third down and 3 for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, that's no different than a toss sweep or, you know, getting something on the peripheral of the defense. I love that call.
You see them all looking at the wristband. They go no huddle, not necessarily a speed-up game, just choosing not to huddle. They wear the wristbands. They have the plays on it. Tootle hands it off. He's got first down running room out near the 30-yard line. That's number 3, Jack Walsh on the carry.
Yeah, good effort right there. You know, the sign of a good back is how much contact can they get through to make gains and be positive.
Yeah. Score update from Fulton Field. Fisher and Miller tied up at 7 early in that game. Talked about Lancaster being down some players. Fisher Catholic really down some players. Lots of injuries, especially on that offensive line.
Miller Falcons have had a nice season.
Check that at 7-6. Fisher missed the extra point. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. He's going to be wrapped up.
Yeah.
Making the initial hit was Hunter Metz. He was untouched.
Yeah, that's just not going to go tonight.
It's going to be tough to run right up the middle, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, we've seen that now. This is third possession, and that's just not going to be the answer. I like I said, I like them getting the ball out on the wings and the perimeter and seeing what they can get. I understand you have to set that up a little bit.
Right.
And make people conscious of it, but at some point, you have to realize there's no gain in this.
Late substitution coming on for Logan, and a little bit of confusion. So they're going to call a timeout with 1:26 to play here in the first quarter. They had some confusion on personnel.
Jared, I want to acknowledge a good friend of mine in June, long time football coach himself. Started coaching in Maryland and coached at Frostburg State over there, and he came to Lancaster. And I've known him for 25 years. He passed away in June. And you know what was really unique about Pat O'Rourke is Pat got into he was always a football coach. He never left it, but he came and he moved to Lancaster area, raised his family, and you know his last few years of his life, he was the offensive line coach for the freshman football team.
How about that?
He wanted to get back into it, and I just want to say salute to Coach O. He was a great one.
I know he's missed very much by the Lancaster football program. 2nd and 10, good carry here by Morgan, getting out to near first down yardage again.
Again, I like that play. I like them getting off tackle, Jared. You know, let's not block the 275-pounder. Let's block the 180-pounder out here. It's a little different, seriously. You know, I mean, I come with no experience calling plays.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that they're not just going to be able to move them up in the middle, Jared. And here they come.
3rd and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going backwards.
They came with 7 or 8 right there.
You could see Tootle, it almost looked like he wanted to pull it and taking himself around that right side.
Well, I think that'd be good.
Morgan wasn't going to let him.
No. That's that RPO, you know, you got that run-pass option right there. I mean, you know, Tootle's a sophomore.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got the frame. He's 6'4", 190 pounds, Jared. He's got the look of what a quarterback can look like.
Now Lancaster is forced to call a timeout. They had some confusion on the punt return team as Logan lined up to punt. Coach Schoonover had to call a timeout. 18.3 seconds to play in the first quarter.
You know, we talked about, you know, Lancaster and Logan opened up for, 11 games in a row until what did we say it was in 2004 was the last time they played? Or?
2014, last game
2014 opened.
They started in 04.
Yeah, and quit 14. Well, you know what was interesting, I went back and looked, and I got a good friend that's a research guy and does all. Logan opened with New Lax. From 1972, I'm trying to get make sure my numbers right, to 2002, that's 31 games. For 28 years out of those 31, Logan and New Lexington played their openers against each other. Heck of a series.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go back and look, and then Lancaster picked it up, and now as we turn now to 24, Lancaster and Logan are back at the game.
Yeah.
Not the opening game,
right?
But that's amazing, and good relationships you have with people in your neighborhood.
punt going to take a bounce at
Yeah.
the 36. Good Chieftain bounce all the way down. Goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
He knows where the tilt is
Yeah.
on the field, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get a little lean. Of course, we got one more play here in the first quarter.
Tim, kind of piggybacking on that, you and I talked about this on the way down here. There are not many, if any, high school sports programs that do a better job of promoting than Logan does.
Now,
with LoganFootball.com, LoganBasketball.com, the media guides. I mean, they really do a great job with the history of their sports programs.
Yeah, and I love to go back and look at those things and read them, Joe.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive, really.
Really is. So kudos to the folks down here. Last play of the first quarter, most likely here. Isaiah Sweat on the carry. He's got lead blockers out in front of him. Sweat going to get out near the 25. And that will be the final play of the first quarter with the Gales up 6-0 over the Logan Chieftains here on Logan's homecoming night. There you see it on the Buffalo Wild Wings scoreboard, 6-0 Gales. They missed the two-point conversion. Yeah, they went for two. They lined up to kick the extra point. There was a penalty, moved them a little closer, so they decided to go for two and did not make it. Check some scores from other games. Rosecrans leads Fairfield Christian 7-0 in the second quarter. It is, I got to get my app working correctly here. I mentioned Fisher Catholic trailing Miller 7-6. That one in the first quarter on their homecoming night. And we'll get some others as we go along here. Don't have the best internet service down here in Hocking County, but we'll do our best to get you some scores. How about that, Tim? You get a look there at out the right side of the stadium, the Chieftain Center. You know, we talked about the media guides and the websites, but man, if you've ever had the chance to come down here and walk inside the Chieftain Center, you will be amazed and impressed that is a high school facility.
Yeah, absolutely. Got in it last year and watched my grandson play a little youth basketball. I went, wow.
Yeah.
It wowed me, Jared.
On second down, here's Jameer Gordon trying to get around the left side. Boy, he lowered the boom on his own player who was out there trying to block for him.
Jameer Gordon around the end. Noah Doherty on the tackle for Logan. It is
Third down and 5 coming up. I believe our crew was down here earlier when they sat up and they were able to get some shots at the inside of the Chieftain Center. We'll get those to you when we have a stoppage here later. You will be impressed. It is top notch. Third down and 3 for the Gales. Burke is pressured and he falls down as he was trying to get away from it. He had the right idea. That's one thing that Brody Burke has done a really good job of this year. When there's pressure around him, he's done a great job of stepping up. That time just lost his footing.
Well, I like Logan sending some pressure here too, Jared. And that's just a miss by your lineman too.
Yeah. Yep.
What do they call that, a whiff?
Yeah. So Graham on the punt for the Gales. He does the kicking and punting. Does good at both of them. Return man stands at his own 45-yard line. He'll fair catch it at the 48. Best field position of the night for the Chiefs upcoming in their offensive possession with 10:34 to play in the first half.
Got to find a way to move the ball, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
At this point, we talked. Well, we're in week 7. At some point, you got to find a way. You're scoring 7.7 points a game.
Defense is playing really well.
Yeah,
they are
playing
get some
well.
offense generated.
Their
here.
effort's real good.
Yeah.
Just got to find a way to move the football and possibly get a score.
Yep. First and 10 for the Chieftains. 2 out of that shotgun with Caden Morgan standing to his right. Going to give it off to number 3, Jack Walsh, around the right side. Walsh still on his feet. Has first down yardage up to near the 40-yard line. Good carry by Jack Walsh.
Tell you what, he's had a good game so far.
Yes, he has.
Plays both ways. He's a senior. But he's had a nice go here.
Check the replay here. He gets some good blocking as well. Number 50 pulled around from the left to the right.
And again, you get a missed tackle, Jared. You know, as we said earlier, you talk the fundamentals, but the two basic fundamentals of this sport are blocking and tackling.
Give credit to number 50, Julian Micachero. Did a great job pulling and blocking, leading the way for Walsh. Toodles' pass is caught at the 30-yard line, stretching for another first down. Tell you what, if he could have got out of the hold of that defender, he might have been gone.
Again, we're seeing some things outside, you know, not totally toward the sideline, Jared, but watch, away from the core of the defense.
Man, Hunter Metz almost got a hand on that.
But that's how close it is, your margin of error.
Yeah. Ryder Smith made the most likely a touchdown-saving tackle. 1st and 10, Chieftains. More first downs on this drive than they've had all game so far. Here's Carrig on the carry to near the 25-yard line. He will get to the 25.
Again, attacking them outside is now opening it up in a little bit in the middle. You know, you got some people conscious.
You know, the other thing Logan's doing a good job of is mixing it up. I mean,
yes.
You know, we've seen Morgan carry it, Walsh carry it, Carrig carry it, and, you know, they're doing a good job of keeping fresh legs going.
They have.
Tootle to pass, and just a little bit high for his intended receiver. That's Weinzier on the.
Yeah, he knew he missed that one.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he had it, but that's.
Watch the replay here from Tom Russo's camera coming right in your living room. Right here. 3rd down and 6 for the Chieftains. Tootle rolling to the near side. Passes low but caught. He's going to be short of the first down by a couple yards. Carrig slid to catch it. Did a good job bringing it in.
Right, but again, we talked about this all year, and when we see people roll left for right-hand quarterback, it's tough to really get something on the football.
It's one thing that I saw the Logan freshman quarterback do last night. He rolled left on his first pass and really rifled one. I was impressed.
Well, that means they've got a good arm, and they're also their fundamentals of their footwork and their shoulders are important.
Tootle handed it off. It's a first down carry for number 3, Jack Walsh.
Runs for a Chieftain, first down.
Walsh going to have to come off. He lost his helmet. There's a look at
stop.
Jack as he comes off the field. A good carry by Jack Walsh. 1st and 10 Chieftains inside the Gale 20-yard line. Lancaster leads it 6-0 as the clock rolls at 8:46 here in the first half.
You know, coming into this game, Jared, Walsh only had 6 carries.
Wow.
You know, I thought I had seen and noticed where he was playing more receiver or some of those areas and plays well in defense. Oh, good run.
Really good decision by Tootle to tuck it in and run. He's inside the 10 and pushed out of bounds, but we do have a flag. And you always say, Shu, that there's a reason why he was able to go that far.
Yeah. Wayne Linthicum threw the flag from his, you know, referee spot, and that's usually a hold.
Get the call here from Wayne. We're having a little bit of issue with the stadium mic on the referee, Wayne Linthicum. Had him umpire plenty of baseball games.
I was
over
going
the
to
years.
say, I don't
enjoy
know,
talking to him.
I don't know everybody on the crew, but I know Wayne and Phil.
Phil, yeah,
they're
me
both
as well.
outstanding baseball umpires.
Here's Walsh again on the carry, and he's going to lose a couple. It's going to back him up again. Be 2nd down and 22. And again, Walsh lost his helmet.
Get some super glue.
You know, you see that more and more often. Helmets just popping off, and it just amazes me. How is it that?
I don't know.
How is that
enough.
able to happen?
I can't answer that. Don't know enough about it.
I can remember having to like pull it out. I mean, it hurts your ears to even get it on and off.
Sometime I'll share a story about a helmet with you that I heard last night.
Tootle rolling to pass, going to tuck it in and run, gets across the 30, and going to be tackled by Hunter Metz at the 28-yard line. 3rd down and long for the Chiefs.
Again, no, that's positive, Jared. You're making a positive play there.
And a good decision as well. He had some pressure, didn't see anybody open, so he just tucked it and ran. Jim Carver runs the play in for the Chiefs. They trail at 6-0 here on homecoming night at Chieftain Stadium. Morgan stands to the left of Tootle. And it will be Morgan on the carry. Morgan across the 20, down inside the 15-yard line. He's going to be, or the 10-yard line rather. That's going to be very close to a 1st down. Keep in mind, they had a long way to go. That they were backed up by penalties. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and less than 1 here for the Chieftains.
Watch the replay right here. Watch the burst. See him move his feet
good
just a little
block
bit.
there, too.
Yes.
68. Elijah Yates really had a good block.
You know, Morgan's the 2nd leading rusher on the team. Tootle's the leading rusher, but Morgan's, and he showed some really nice footwork right there, Jared, in small space.
Here we go, 4th and 1 for the Chieftains. Tootle hands it to Walsh. Walsh inside the 5, 1st down and more for Logan. Again, very impressed. Walsh, Morgan, Carrick, Tootle. I mean, these guys are, they're playing hard.
Well, they're getting it up inside now. You see the replay here. That's meant to go out, but look at him square his shoulders and read that, Jared, and come back. Cut that back up inside, gain 5 yards.
Man, Aaron Banna almost had him. He was able to get away from him, and that's really what gave him the 1st down. 1st and goal, Chieftains. At the 5-yard line. There's a good look at Tootle. Hands it to Jacob Carrig. And lost the football, but the whistle had already blown. There's no gain on the play. Monahan had the tackle for Lancaster. He's had a good year defensively as well for this Lancaster team. He and Kelton Fisher and Hunter Metz, Landon Knox, they've all played really well defensively for the Gales.
Been consistent. That's the thing.
Clock rolling at 5:05 to play here in the 1st half. Tootle to pass to the goal line. It's caught. Touchdown, Chieftains.
We have a Tootle pass.
Austin Weinseer on the catch.
Simple.
We're tied up at 6.
And a little quick slant, Jared.
On to kick the extra point as you see the replay here.
Yeah, just a little jet sweep fake there, just to take some of the influence of the defense the other way, Jared. It's 1-on-1 there.
Really good catch.
Yeah, all you got to do is get inside.
Yeah.
It's just 1-on-1.
Callan Wilson, extra point is no good.
Extra point try is
That'll keep us tied at 6 with 4:57 to play in the 1st half. But a really good drive by Logan Chieftain. That's got to give them some confidence.
Absolutely, that's an outstanding drive. I mean, when you're scoring basically a touchdown a game, you got to be thrilled that you put that together and got to score.
Absolutely.
Little Caesars, 3D Development, Pizza Crosses, the Houston.
Got an update. My son texted me. Fisher now leading Miller 12-7.
Wow.
Up at Fulton Field.
Good for them. You know, the thing about it, and you know, you coach, and you understand that you got to move forward from week to week. One of the greatest things you have to teach young people to do, Jared, is move on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get better, clear it, and move on. And, you know, sometimes you are maybe you are not matched the way you'd like to be personnel-wise or whatever, but you got to find a way to get things done.
Yeah. There's the drive summary shoe.
Yep, 13 plays, 51 yards, 5.5 minutes, you know, with the 5-yard TD pass.
5-yard touchdown pass from Tootle to Weinseer. Ties it up at 6.
Got us a game.
Yes, we do. Eli Markin comes on to kick off. short kick takes a bounce at the 31. It'll be fielded right there and coming forward across the 40. On the return for the Gales, I believe 31. That's Colin Thomas returning it. Get some good field position.
Well, you know, they did a good job holding on to the football. And their defense, actually, Logan's defense has played well.
Yeah.
Getting that rest will help. I mean, even though they have players playing both ways, but now you see if Lancaster can put a drive together.
Good look over at that Lancaster sideline. Gales break the huddle, tied up at 6. 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Sweat on the carry, and he's going to be tripped up after a gain of 1.
Yeah, Logan defenders did a good job getting penetration, Jared, taking all the interference out so your second tier defenders can come in and make the tackle.
Gain of 1 takes him out to the 44. 2nd down and 9 for the Gales. Good look right into the helmet of Brody Burke as he turns, hands it off to Jameer Gordon. Gordon across the 45. Gets out to the 47-yard line.
Rhythm or timing just didn't look right there. That was one of those inside counter plays, inside handoff counter plays, and just didn't look right, Jared. Jameer made the best of it. I think he got, 3 yards?
Yep. Inside of 4 minutes to play here in the first half.
Yeah, big play right here.
It is.
Logan's got the momentum going for them right now. So
Yep.
Lancaster has to change that. They've got to make a play.
Receivers splitting out to both sides for the Gales. Pistol formation for Burke. Burke back to pass, has pressure, steps up, and he's going to lose the football as he's hit. And I'm not sure who fell on it. There were a couple of Gales guys diving in there, linemen, as well as defensive linemen for the Chiefs. After the scrum, who comes up with it? Chieftains players are saying they've got it.
Then no signal.
Yeah, no signal yet. Still no signal. Hey, it is Chieftain football. Finally got a signal from the officials. Let's check it out here. Burke steps up. And hitting him from behind was Callan Wilson to knock it free. I'm going to tell you, Shu, I think that ball was recovered after a scrum because I think those Lancaster guys fell on it first. And 72, Dominic Graham came in there and really fought for it.
You know how those go.
Yeah.
Whoever ends up with the,
That's right.
with the apple.
Big turnover there for the Gales.
Well, here you go. You just had a successful drive. See if you can put 2 together.
Well, the thing of it is, even if Logan would have stopped them, they would not have had this field position after a punt.
Right.
Coming near side on the carry is number 1. That's Caden Morgan. Get out near the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good play by Jackson Reynolds, sophomore. He chased that down, prevented a big play, Jared.
Yeah.
Looked like it was going to be a lot more.
It did, yep.
He'd made a nice play.
Yep. 2nd down and 8, clock rolling down to 3 minutes to play in the first half. Tootle again to Morgan. Going over that right guard, and there's just not much that you can do running up the middle against this big defensive front of Lancaster.
They've gotten a couple times through because they have spread the field and used the width of the field.
Another helmet lost. This time it's Morgan. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Chiefs.
I'm telling you, you need Gorilla Glue. It doesn't. You can't get anything apart if you put that on. Of course, you have to shower with your helmet then at night.
What about Flex Seal? Remember the?
Yeah.
3rd and 7. Pass is complete to the 35, down to the 30. Finally out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Weinseer on the reception. He had the touchdown earlier for the Chiefs.
I know, but I really like what they're doing out there. They're quick hitters, Jared, and then let the skilled player make a play.
Here's the replay, the Dagger Law replay. Good move right there by Weinseer right after he caught it. And coming right at you, Tom Russo was about to make the tackle there.
Right.
1st and 10, Logan at the Gale 26-yard line. Clock down to 2:06 and stopped here after the out of bounds. Spin move by Jack Walsh. Walsh still on his feet. Walsh down to the 10, inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. What a run by Jack Walsh. Man, the momentum has totally shifted. And Lancaster going to call a timeout. Coach Schoonover was 15 yards onto the field, not happy as he went out to call that timeout.
Well, you see here, Jared, again, and we're not calling anybody out, but you have to make tackles.
Yeah, that right there.
Yeah, you have to make the tackle. And you know what? Give the runner a little credit too, though.
Right,
he made
absolutely.
a great spin move. He's reading his blockers here, and you got a lot of extra yards, Jared.
Yep. And once again, they're mixing it up between Morgan and Walsh and Carrick and Weinseer.
Well, I know talking to Coach Schoonover this week, he said one of the things that he was impressed with, he says, I know they've struggled at times scoring, but he goes, Tim, they have a really good scheme.
Yeah.
They're doing good stuff.
Yep.
It's just a matter of getting young players to execute things.
Right.
And right now, these last 2 drives, they've been very impressive.
1:58 showing on the clock here in the first half. Logan football, 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Tootle sends a man in motion. Hands it to the running back, Caden Morgan, coming from left to right.
He
gets down to the 6.
He's elusive. And I think he's, hard to bring down, Jared. He's not just going to be tackled immediately.
He's only 5'7", 170, but
it's hard to find him.
Yeah, and we saw him, on a couple of those runs, he can spin and get away from guys.
Yeah, good feet, good athlete.
Jim Carver brings the play in
now
for Logan.
Lancaster defense, you got to get down and get at it right now. You're going to find yourself behind at halftime if you don't.
Tootle lost the ball on the snap, was able to recover, and he lost it again. It'll be Gales football at their own 26-yard line. I think the mistake that Tootle made was he tried to pick it up instead of just falling on it.
As a young player, those are things they learn. We'll see here on the replay. Just a bad, between.
Did that hit the running back coming through there?
I'm not sure. I couldn't quite tell.
Yeah, that angle was hard to see, but.
Right there, you just got to get both hands around it and hug the football, as they say.
Recovery made by number 33 for the Gales. That's Jackson Reynolds.
Big play.
That's a big momentum turner right there because the Chiefs were set for points, whether it be a touchdown or a field goal. They were way down there.
Knocking on the door again, weren't they? Here you go. Let's see what the Gales come up with a minute to go.
Now we've seen both teams with turnovers inside the 5-yard line. Burke will hand off to Jameer Gordon. Gordon across the 30, the 35, and down to about the 37, 38-yard line. They're going to give him the first down to the 38.
Jack Walsh comes up for the tackle.
Well, I think with Gordon, too, honestly, Jared, he might score on any play.
That's true.
So why not run plays here at the end of the half?
Yeah, he's that elusive and has the speed to do it.
Well, he's a talented young man.
Yes, he is. Inside of a minute to play in the first half. Clock rolling down to 46 as the Gales break the huddle. Burke back to pass, looking to the near side, steps up, breaks the tackle all the way across the 45-yard line, gets up near first down yardage, and now we have a whistle on a timeout. Lancaster. I think they are going to. Are they going to give him the first down? It's close.
I thought he was.
So did I.
But maybe not. Maybe about a half a yard short.
Could be.
Burke's effort was fantastic right there.
Hey, I want to tell you, coming up at halftime, you want to stay tuned. We've seen the Lancaster Band of Gold earlier this year. Tonight, we're going to give you a chance to see the Lancaster Marching Chieftain Band. That'll be brought to you by the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. I'm sorry, the Logan Chieftain Band. What did I say, Lancaster? Logan Chieftain Band.
Too many L's.
Yeah, exactly.
Too many L's.
Halftime band show brought to you by Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Crematory and Monuments, family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frankie Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change. It'll also be brought to you by Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do too. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. That'll be the Logan Chieftain marching band coming up. They sounded good in the pregame show. Little patriotic show right before the national anthem. Here we go, 1st and 10 out of the timeout for the Gales with 30 seconds showing on the clock. Burke with Morgan behind him. Or Jameer Gordon, rather, behind him, and he is sacked. Man, coming through untouched. Once again, Chris Gompf. He has had himself a day.
He sure has. Watch here.
Nobody picked him up.
Nah, no communication on the protection.
They're just going to let the time run out now. Why not? It's been an entertaining first half. Both teams have had some good things, but also both teams have shot themselves in the foot with penalties as well as turnovers, especially down inside the red zone.
Well, it's going to be determined by whoever plays the best next half, obviously.
Yep. Halftime score, Lancaster 6, Logan 6. Stay tuned. We're going to have the halftime band show. The Logan Chieftain Marching Band is coming your way next on the High School Football Game of the Week. Stay with us.
Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Dagger Law, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHockingHills.com.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve home ownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 402612.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
Hi, I'm Christine Simmons of the United Way of Fairfield County. Our vision is to see that every individual in Fairfield County has access to the services and resources needed to live a successful and fulfilling life. You can help support our vision when you purchase a new car, truck, or SUV from either Buckeye Toyota or Buckeye Honda. We're excited for our continued partnership with the Buckeye Cares program. When you buy from Buckeye, they'll make a donation to the United Way of Fairfield County. Thanks, Buckeye!
Greetings from Fairfield DD. As we embrace the back-to-school season, we welcome the arrival of autumn and our cherished fall customs. Join us for Football Friday nights and the county fair. While you revel in the colorful season, let's also reflect on the positive changes we aspire to witness. At Fairfield DD, our goal is to foster a vibrant community where individuals lead lives of greater independence and make meaningful contributions. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram to discover more about our unwavering commitment to the community.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
How much can you afford to spend on a home? That's a good question. I'm Desi DeJohn, Assistant Vice President and Mortgage Loan Officer at the Savings Bank in Lancaster. It's important to know how much you can afford before you contact a real estate agent. Factors such as income, credit score, debt, and down payment can help determine how much a bank can lend you to buy a home. Getting pre-qualified is the best way to find out how much you can afford to spend on a home. You can apply to pre-qualify online anytime at thesavingsbankohio.bank.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
What I like about my job as a prevention supervisor is I'm able to help train our staff along with working with our schools and building those relationships within our school districts in Fairfield County. And then also I like that in my position, I'm able to hire interns that are going into the social work field so they have that opportunity to step into the field before just starting their degree right off the bat.
This job really gave me a chance to work on some of the bigger systems issues. So making sure that we're an equitable system, that we treat everybody fairly. So people of color, people who have experienced trauma, people who have been through poverty, LGBTQ youth. So it's been really good for me because I've gotten to work not just with individuals, but also working on some of those bigger systems within our county and throughout our state.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
I like the people that I work with and that I meet every day. I often feel that I am meeting these really driven people who want to make a difference in their community, and it's very inspiring to me.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
Welcome to the high school football game of the week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight we've got a great one for you. The Blue Carroll Bulldogs.
It was a great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined.
They'll bring up fourth down.
And we're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game. And thanks for being here, Jacob.
The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
You'll be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
Welcome to halftime with the Logan Chieftains. Our third halftime show of the season showcases the South Korean pop music that burst onto the international scene in the 2000s and established itself in the music world as K-pop. We begin with the hip-hop jam of the South Korean boy band BTS. The Chiefs say, "Come and follow me, 'cause it's time for a little mic drop." Our next tune features a percussion part written by our very own senior and 2024 Logan Homecoming King, Cole Hoffman. And now it's time to get it, let it roll with another BTS tune that will pull you in like no other because our marching cheeks are smooth like butter. is a K-pop tune that made South Korean rapper Psy an international sensation in 2012 with the first YouTube video to ever reach 1 billion views. And we feature dance moves by Paige Magdish, Emery Dickerson, Reagan Cook, Liam West, Ali Hoffman, Arabella Gordon, Maisie Ward, Owen McDonald, and Kenneth Stuyvesant, with a drum break by Emery Dickerson. Hey, Chieftain Stadium, it's time for a little Gangnam Style. The Logan Middle School 8th grade band takes the field once again to join the Marching Chieftains for a tune that will have you asking what you stand for. Oh, come on! It's time to break the rules with Some Nights. hot Logan Marching Chieftains and 8th grade band.
Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week, brought to you by Dagger Law, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHawkingHills.com.
All right, gang, bring out those tickets. We got a 50-50.
Welcome back to Logan Chieftain Stadium, where your halftime score, Lancaster 6, Logan 6, in this OCC Buckeye Division battle. Really good first half. Both teams did some good things. Both teams also had some mistakes right inside the red zone that really hurt them. I tell you what, though, we've got a good one brewing here at Logan. Hope you enjoyed the halftime band show. The Logan Chieftain Marching Band did a really nice job tonight, and don't always get to see visiting teams' bands, and so when we're at home anyway, so we were able to show you them, and they did a really nice job tonight. Congratulations to both bands on their performances tonight. Tim, some first half stats to run down. Tell you what, we mentioned that both teams did some good things, but also had some times where they shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, both teams want to run the football, Jared, and Logan actually they had a pretty decent second quarter, especially of rushing the football. Didn't have much success early. Lancaster's got to make some adjustments defensively, but on Lancaster's part, you know, they had spurts also of showing some things, but like you said, you got to get consistency, and you cannot turn the football over.
Right.
There's no sport that I know, if you give the other team more opportunities, that you have success usually.
Yeah. It'll be Logan receiving the second half kickoff off the foot of the kicker, Graham, and that one goes into the end zone for the touchback.
Ethan Graham's kick ends in the end zone. Be first and 10 for the Chieftains.
So to start the second half, Carson Tootle will bring him out. First half featured a lot of running from Caden Morgan, also Jack Walsh. Primary receiver was Austin Weinseer, and he caught the touchdown pass from Tootle. First and 10 for the Chieftains at their own 20-yard line. Tootle hands to Morgan, coming left side, gets across the 20, short gain on the play.
Caden Morgan on the carry.
You know, and Lancaster did a great job there, getting a lot of bodies up on the line there. But if you're going to play that way, then your cornerbacks have to be more aggressive because they're probably not going to have a lot of time to throw it.
Right.
So you can get more aggressive and take away some of the success that the Chieftains have had in the first half.
2nd and 9. And a whistle and a timeout by Logan. Had an interesting looking offensive setup there. And as we have this timeout, let's take a look at the schedules for these two teams, what they've had and what they have coming up for the remainder of the season.
Well, it's all OCC play. I mean, you see the Chieftains here, then they got to go up 33 to Canal and then further up the road to Groveport and finally end it with the Taze Valley team that's really on a hot roll.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. The Gales got 2 straight home games they can win if they play well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, Coach Schoonover looking at the rest of that schedule,
yes.
They really feel like they could finish with 4 wins.
Well, I think he made a good point.
Like you said, if they play well.
Exactly. You know what? If you don't, you're not going to win the games.
Right.
So, you know, and that, he put that out there that, you know, basically we have opportunity, but whether you take advantage of it depends on how they play.
Yeah. Toodle's pass is overthrown. But lots of flags out there.
Toodle's pass intended for Weinzier.
Intended for Austin Weinzier, and I didn't see it. He must have been held. It must have been obvious. No, illegal man downfield was the call.
Yeah, I didn't see any foul defensively.
Officials are going to come together and talk about it because the flags that I see are way down here where the wide receiver was. The initial call was illegal man downfield.
Loss of down. Interference, offsets.
Okay. Apologize that we don't have the audio on that. The stadium mic not working.
That is not our responsibility. Okay.
2nd down and 9 after the offsetting penalties. Weinzier splits out wide to the right side. Tootle hands to Morgan and immediately hit as he took the handoff. Number 65 for the Gales, Aaron Banna busts through there and makes the tackle.
Yeah, I think they had a little talk at halftime about being a little more assertive defensively. Because honestly, I thought they weren't as aggressive in the second quarter as they were in the first, Jared. And why not? What do you really have to lose at this point?
Exactly.
Right. So be aggressive.
Yeah.
And again, as I said, if you're going to be aggressive up front and then you're going to require them to make quick throws, then bring your corners up and make them, if they make a skill play, and they make a skill play.
Yeah. 3rd and 14 for the Chieftains. Tootle rolls, looking to pass, fires one down the far sideline and out of bounds.
Toodle's pass intended for
had pressure.
Yeah.
Applied by, I believe that was that Hunter Metz, number 9, I think, came in on the pressure.
But see, now you force a punt here from the 16-yard line.
Yep.
You can get good field position.
Drew Whitlatch goes back to receive the punt. And Whitlatch has really been a spark plug in return yards this year, both on kickoffs and punts. Punt almost blocked, angled away from Whitlatch. That's probably a good move. Gets across midfield and goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line. That's where the Gales will take over for their first offensive possession of the second half.
Jared, as we get ready to see the Gales in their first possession, as a reminder, you can find live and past games on our YouTube channel. Just search for CLN, your hometown connection, on YouTube to find games and other local programming. While you're there, make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any action. Also, if you're on Facebook and X, which was Twitter, check us out on those social media platforms as well. Just search for Interface Video Productions.
Brody Burke hands off to Jameer Gordon. Gordon across midfield, still on his feet. Up to about the 46-yard line. Good carry. He was hit almost at the original line of scrimmage and carries it up for about 6 yards.
Yeah, that's what I would call, in parentheses here, a tough run.
Yeah.
He made those 6 yards.
5'9", 160-pound sophomore is Gordon. Here he is in motion, but the handoff going to go to the first man through for the Gales. That's 31, Colin Thomas, another sophomore. I believe he's kind of filling in right now for the injured Aiden Sells, who went out of the game earlier.
Dominic Graham once again.
Well, right now they're just lining up in their wing tee, Jared, and just going to try to get a push here.
3rd and 1 for the Gales.
3rd down for Lancaster.
Thomas lines up at fullback. Gordon takes the handoff and has the first down up near the 40.
Jameer Gordon gets his first down.
Again, when you make first downs, it makes your defense that much better.
Yeah.
It does. It keeps them fresh. It keeps them, revived and ready to come in and play when you have to turn the ball over. Just getting first down. Simple 2-yard gain, Jared.
There it is on the Dagger Law replay. Got 2 yards to give him the first down. 1st and 10 Gales at the Chieftain 41-yard line. This time it's Sweat. Sweat's got blockers in front of him. Colin Thomas is out there. Good job defensively by the Chieftains. Number 28, Maddox Arnett, came up and made the stop.
Maddox Arnett.
Yeah, they ran the jet sweep right there, Jared. And he had some movement going, but I'm not sure he followed the blocks.
Yeah, I agree. His blocks were a little more outside. He kind of cut in, and that's where Arnett was.
I mean, it's hard to criticize a 5-yard run.
Watch here. I think if he stays behind Thomas. Yeah.
But he saw something different. And you know what? The view on the field is much different than what we have.
Yep.
I will tell you that.
2nd and 5. Griffith resets to the left side. The turn, the give to, I believe, Thomas again up near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's just running your fullback. We've talked over the years that when you run the wing tee or you run the power sets, you've got to emphasize the use of your fullback at some point.
Yeah.
You're in a 3rd and 1 situation, which there's probably right now 2 down territory here to try and get a first down.
Jack Pompey splits out wide to the left side. Cam Griffith resets to the left side. Here's Gordon. Gordon following Griffith on the left side. He has the first down across the 30 to about the 29-yard line.
Through the middle, and he does pick up a Gales first down. Talon Thompson on the tackle.
1st and 10 Lancaster. Clock down to 7:48 and counting here in this 3rd quarter. Caleb Santini runs the play in, then he'll split out wide to the left. Here's Gordon again. He's cut down near the 25. Let's say it got out to about the 27.
They gave him 3 yards, I think.
Thompson once again for Logan.
Thompson on the stop for Logan. Got a dice game going on here in the Logan student section, don't we?
Used to be illegal.
Throwing stuff in the stands?
Well, no, throwing dice around.
Colin Thomas on the carry. He's going to be stacked up and pushed backwards. Number 68, Elijah Yates.
Well, what you wonder when you're coaching here, you wonder whether like right now, Lancaster's running for 20-some yards, straight power stuff. At some point, you're going to wonder defensively, are my guys going to respond here?
Right.
And they did. So you learn about your players and your team every possession.
Yep. 3rd and 6 upcoming for the Gales at the 25-yard line. Tied up at 6 here from Logan Chieftain Stadium in this OCC Buckeye battle.
Yeah, one back set here and an overshift to the right.
Burke gives it off. Right side, this is Sweat on the carry. He gets up near the 20, needed to get to the 19. So it's going to be 4th down. And I think they're going to go for it instead of try to kick the field goal.
Yeah, they really overloaded the right side there and just tried to get a lot of hats on the defender.
Yeah.
See if they can open it up. And, Sweat, he runs hard.
Thomas, Colin Thomas, and David Thomas coming in, as well as Jameer Gordon. for the Gales.
See what they got here.
Play clock down to 13. Plenty of time as Brody Burke resets Cam Griffith to the left.
Yeah, back in the basic set here.
And they tried to get him to jump, but I think that they jumped themselves.
Nope.
False start on Lancaster.
Yep. No procedure. Here you go.
So now they will bring on Ethan Graham and try the field goal.
Be 44 yards probably.
4th and 7 for Lancaster.
Yeah, you're right. I think it will be about 44 yards.
And this is a challenging kick.
Yeah. No wind at all. The flag is laying straight against the flagpole. So he's not going to have any help from the wind.
I made it 43. He's a little shorter here.
Brody Burke will hold. And now Logan jumps. So now maybe Lancaster goes for it.
Yep, it's
Flag on the snap. Offside.
This is like hey diddle diddle to me. You know.
So what will they do? They're leaving right now. They're leaving Ethan Graham out there.
Well, I think you go for it.
Yeah, they're going to pull him off and go for it here.
I mean,
4th and 2.
Yeah, you have to have enough discipline that you don't violate.
Right.
Moving and don't get a procedure call here. And do the right thing. I mean, that's what separates teams is, people say discipline is, they have a different perspective. Discipline is doing the right thing when you need it done.
Burke with Colin Thomas right behind him. Jameer Gordon goes in motion. Burke going to keep it himself around the right side. Inside the 20 to the 10. Inside the 10. Burke down inside the 5. Really good play call and a good run by Brody Burke.
I love the call. I don't think people run that play enough in football, whether it be at the professional, collegiate, or high school. I understand professional. They don't want the quarterback to run. But, Jared, it's so deceptive.
Yes, it is.
Especially if you haven't shown he hit it. Got the ball in his hip, and then, Brody can run.
Yes, he can.
Protect the ball, though, young man.
It'll be 1st and goal from the 5 for the Gales. Burke hands it off to Jameer Gordon. Gordon inside the 5. Hit and stacked up at the 2.
Yeah, he runs with a purpose. Good pursuit there, though, by the Chieftains coming across, stacking him up. But you know what? They've been out there now for several minutes, and it's all been rushing.
Yep, you're right.
It's all been physicality.
Second and goal from the 2. Burke gives to Colin Thomas, and Thomas is in for the touchdown.
Colin Thomas.
And a little slant with the fullback.
For Lancaster, it is a touchdown.
And that might be Colin Thomas's first varsity touchdown. Coming in and...
Yeah, watch here. He just runs. He's not quite straightforward, Jared. It's just a slant here. Good blocking up front. Got a big push.
Coach Porter sitting to our right doing stats for Lancaster. Is that his first varsity touchdown? Bad snap on the extra point, and that's going to be no good, which will make it 12-6. So both teams, now we have a late flag coming in.
Good. Our score with 3:43 left, 3rd quarter.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike. I think it's on Lancaster.
Our winner of the 50-50 is Rob Bider. He walked away with $281. We have more tickets to call out for the game.
Unsportsmanlike on Lancaster.
Game balls are being sponsored this evening by the Logan Eagles and Farmers Insurance.
That's going to give Logan good field position.
149.
But a good drive by the Gales.
Yep.
149.
And like you said, they did Lancaster things, running the football.
Well, they came out and did what they did better.
Yeah.
Do the best thing that they do, Jared. And that I'm sure that was made quite clear at halftime what they needed to do. And they did a better job. They got a break because, again, Logan made a mistake again, not having the discipline to stay still defensively. And it cost them some points.
So 12-6 is where we stand, but The kickoff is going to be backed all the way up, or back, I should say. All the way back to the 25-yard line is where Ethan Graham will have to kick it away. Back deep for Logan will be number 4, Jacob Carrick. Also back there is Wineseer. And number 2, that's Talon Thompson over on the far side.
Again, you know, we mentioned discipline. There's a lot of ways to have it, and getting an unsportsmanlike penalty is not being disciplined.
Right.
Regardless.
Yep. Just got an interesting text message to mention that Colin Thomas played guard in 7th and 8th grade.
Wow.
High kick. Good. Still a good booming kick
No kidding.
by Graham. And the return going to get out Jacob Carrick out across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Tell you what, how about that kick from Ethan Graham?
On the return.
Really good job.
Alex Cade
so
on
not not as good a field position as we thought Logan would have.
Yeah, you don't know though.
Block in the back.
So now a block in the back, going to back him up even further.
We have a second game ball ticket. If you have the number 149389, 149389.
Back him up
to the main gate. Collect your game ball.
Inside the 20. The 19-yard line is where Logan will take over.
Again, just those mistakes. But you look here, you know, they went 52 yards, but it took almost 7 minutes, Jared.
Yeah.
And that's big. That's big for your defense also. Now see if their defense is going to be aggressive again like they were in the first drive this half. Yep, they are.
Tootle swings one out to Jack Walsh. Walsh on the drive, on the carry up across the 30
to
the 31-yard line. That's a really good play.
First down.
Yeah, they're just exposing Lancaster on the wings.
Xavier Havlicek on the tackle.
See the replay on their big board even.
That's
Look
cool.
at make him miss right there. Break down and tackle.
And I believe, Tim, this is all student run. The live cameras here on the video board. Very cool. 1st and 10 for Logan. Three receivers out to the right. Now one comes in motion. He'll take the handoff. That's Jacob Carrick.
Really
out
good.
To the 35.
Yeah, really good hustle from the backside there. That was Reynolds again. Tell you, Jared, he does a good job on coming from his outside position.
Tim, we mentioned the Chieftain Center. Take a look at this. Our crew had a chance to get inside there before when they were setting up today. That's the outside. Check that out. I mean, just in a very, very impressive venue. Got some tennis courts, basketball courts. They've got nets in there. They've got a turf area. There's the little workout facility. You can do all kinds of things in there. Host track meets, indoor track meets. So we thank Keith Myers and the athletic director down here at Logan and all the crew for allowing our crew to get in and check that out. Very impressive.
Every high school should have one.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, now, how to pay for it, how to manage it and take care of it, that's another issue. I can talk that pretty easy because I don't have to raise the money. But there is no reason. I told Keith Myers, you mentioned him, and I'll mention after this play what I told him.
3rd down and 6. Tootle to pass, and he overthrew his man. Yeah. Tootle kind of felt he was going to get hit, I think, when he threw that one.
Yeah, he was tiptoeing a little bit. But
now a flag comes in. I believe they're going to get Tootle with something here.
He was talking to the official.
Yeah, he was.
Probably not very kindly. But anyway, you know, once I saw that facility last year, I had a grandson playing youth basketball, and I walked in here, and I hadn't been in. like I told you, I was wowed. But I did tell the AD, Keith Meyer, said, Keith, there is no excuse for you not to be good at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
They have facilities here. It's a great campus.
It is.
And
beautiful.
You just got to get the people, like they have in place, coaching them and coach them harder and coach them better and get kids excited about playing.
Absolutely. Chieftains forced to punt, almost blocked.
Yeah, I don't know how he got that off.
Bounces out of bounds, and the Gales will have it in Chieftain territory to start this drive with 1:43 to play in the third quarter.
Well, after that last touchdown, let's talk about the second half scoreboard sponsor, Buckeye Lake Marina. If you're looking for a new boat, a great pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. More information can be found at buckeyeLakeMarina.com.
Please join us this Tuesday for 2 senior nights.
So first and 10 Gales. They'll actually mark it at the 50. Gales had a really good drive on their last possession. Lots of running by Gordon, by Colin Thomas.
Well, the real thing, the thing that really makes you stand out is when you're consistently doing things well.
Here's Gordon going to the left side. Really good job on the coverage that time. On Jack Walsh, we've called his name a lot tonight, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, that's a good tackle. We talk about the fundamentals of tackling. Watch this right here, people.
And Gordon's not an easy guy to open field tackle like this.
Nope. Outstanding job of stepping up and making that play.
Second and 10. Jack Pompey splits out wide to the right. Here's Sweat following his blockers, gets up to about the 48-yard line. Short gain on the play, going to make it 3rd down and 8.
Again, a good job by the Logan front players, Jared, taking on blockers and allowing the second-tier defenders come in and just keep it a short gain.
3rd and 8 for Lancaster, 45 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. Gales lead at 12-6. Santini brings the play in. Burke keeps it himself, rolls out, looking to pass, has pressure, lofts one down there, and his intended receiver stopped running, and then it was tipped away by number 7 of Logan, Austin Weinseer.
Austin Weinseer on the coverage. It is 4th down.
Logan's got a lot of guys that play both ways, and they're doing a good job.
They have. They've battled. They've really competed hard when they're at a mismatch on the line.
Jacob Carey back deep for Logan.
So credit the Logan defense. Lancaster had a chance right there with really good field position, but Logan forces a 3 and out. Ethan Graham to punt it away. Takes a bounce at the 19. Look at this roll for Lancaster. All the way down to the 5-yard line.
There's a tilt on that side of the field down there. I'm telling you, everybody who punts from left to right from our view, it seems to roll.
Ethan Graham's a good one, punter and kicker for the Gales. Chieftains will take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line with 13.1 seconds.
Yeah, now you really got to put, you got to put your mind to it here and get out of the hole. You got to gain some ground.
Tootle breaks the huddle out to his right, Caden Morgan. 3 receivers out to the left. Tootle fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and he's going to lose a yard. Back to the 4.
He came into the game the leading rusher, but he has not really showed that.
Right.
He throws a decent ball. He's a sophomore, like I said, but he hasn't really shown a propensity to be a threat with carrying the ball.
That's the end of the third quarter. We will head into the fourth with the Gales up 12-6 over Logan. Let's take some scores from other games quickly. Bishop Rosecrans and Fairfield Christian knotted up at 7 in the fourth quarter. It's Grove City Christian over Millersport 48-0 in the fourth quarter. Fairfield Union leads Liberty Union 35-13. Miller now leads Fisher Catholic 29-12. It is Bloom Carroll over Logan Elm. That's a big battle in the MSL Buckeye. It's 21-0 Bloom Carroll at the half. Checking some other scores. Amanda Clear Creek leads Lucas 14-0 at the half. Martins Ferry all over Berne Union 50-7 over on the river along Route 7 in Martins Ferry. Hamilton Township, check that. That was from last week. Let's scroll down. Shu, I saw an interesting score earlier I want to get to, get your thoughts on. See if I can find it here. Groveport Madison leads Reynoldsburg 14-6 at the half. New Lexington all over Maysville 35-17. But the one that I saw that really made me do a double take was at the half, Philo was leading Sheridan 6-0.
Wow.
Right now it's 14-6 Sheridan in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Philo would fall into the middle part of the league, really. So for them, I mean, to compete with the Generals is pretty good.
Here's a run getting out across the 5-yard line by Jack Walsh.
Cam Turn on the tackle.
Going to bring up a third down and about 7 for the Chieftains.
Big play. Even just for, field position. To get a first down.
There you see Caden Morgan standing to the right of Tootle. Tootle gives.
Yeah, just not gonna get that gap.
Jack Walsh shy of the 10-yard line. Gonna bring up a fourth and about 6 for Logan.
Hunter Metz with the tackle. It is a fourth down for Logan. Whitlatch back deep for the Gales.
Here's a big snap right here. The punter standing in the end zone for the Chieftains. Gales should get good field position here on the return. Punt was almost blocked. I think he's going to be roughed, though. Is there a flag? No flag?
Did he tip it?
Was the ball tipped? We're going to have to see a replay of that because there's no flag there. Let's see if it was tipped.
See if the ball was tipped.
I don't think it was tipped. It didn't look like it. Kelton Fisher came in and really got a hit on the punter, and I don't think the ball was tipped. But no flag.
Okay.
And the Gales going to have excellent field position at the Chieftain 32-yard line.
Just got a flag from the Logan sideline here. That's not when you want to be the side judge.
No, you're right. Yeah, because he had nothing to do with the non-call.
No, but you're going to hear it. And you know what? If you're good, you let him say it, but then you just tell him there's a point when it has to stop.
Right.
Especially assistants. If the assistants are making comments, that's not permissible.
Good look at Coach Eddie right there, trying to get his guys fired up.
Well, they've battled all night defensively, Jared. I give them credit. They've fought.
So 1st and 10 Gales inside the 20. Give to number 6. That's Devin Wilson.
Devin Wilson on
and Wilson gets up to about the 19-yard line.
Well, again,
check that 14-yard line.
Yeah, you get a fresh back. It makes a difference.
Bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Gales. They lead at 12-6 with 10:18 to play in the fourth quarter. Wilson stays in the game. Here's Sweat following Wilson. Sweat, though, going to be knocked down for a loss. Who came in and got him there? Jack Walsh again. Man, he's got some closing speed, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Watch here. The whole thing was lateral, Jared.
Yeah.
It never went, vertical up the field.
Look how far he came from. Wow. What a play by Jack Walsh.
He's a player.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
6 foot, 170-pound senior.
He's playing bigger than that.
I tell you what, the closing speed that he had, because he came a long way to make that tackle.
Yeah, they did a really good job of stringing that out. Like I said, it was horizontal the whole way. It was never vertical.
3rd and 9. Here's Gordon on the carry. Gordon across the 10, inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. Good carry by Jameer Gordon.
Yeah, did you see his footwork and make a guy
jumping over guys?
That's a little different. You know what? Some guys are just different, Jared, and he is. He makes a difference in a different way.
Be 1st and goal for the Gales.
Out.
Watch this replay.
Yeah.
Watch the moves by him.
I know. Watch right here. See that cut back?
Yeah.
And watch how much he goes through.
Whoa.
Whoops. They say, pull your pants up, man. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
I think that happened to Joe Burrow a few years ago. There's a carry by Gordon. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Gales.
Yeah, I would give it to him.
Need to get him a new belt.
Somebody got a penalty again.
Another flag coming in. See which way it goes.
Was it after the score?
I think it was, yeah. Goes against Logan.
Oh.
That's 2 unsportsmanlike penalties in this possession against Logan. One on the sideline and one right after the score.
Yeah. I think the player's coming out. Just take him out.
The touchdown makes it 18-6. Right now, Coach Schoonover trying to decide what he wants to do here with the penalty, and they'll take a timeout.
Well, with that being said, Jared, October 4th is a special day of the year, and we'd like to wish you, where else could you have as much fun as we do?
Look at that.
Happy birthday, my man.
How long ago was this?
Oh, just a couple days
That's
ago.
a Christmas party from several years ago. An IVP Christmas party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of pretty strange people there, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you look like you're from the Munsters or something there, Shu.
Oh, wow.
Everybody's hair looks a little darker, quite a bit darker.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Oh, yeah. It's been a journey, hasn't it?
It definitely has. Seems like my birthday always falls on a Friday night, doesn't it?
It's because they're special.
And my wife's birthday always falls. It's April 1st. Always falls on either opening day or of baseball or close to opening day. And
How
I'm a
much
coach.
luckier can she get?
Our anniversary falls on a Friday night during football season. So.
Hey, she's blessed. Did you tell her that, how blessed she is?
Yes, she is. Isn't she?
Oh, my gosh. Now, congrats. That's great.
I appreciate it.
There you go. 4 plays, 17 yards. Took a minute 49.
Gales will go for 2. It will be Jameer Gordon.
Yeah.
He got the touchdown and got the 2-point conversion to make it 20-6 Gales.
Yeah, Jared, he's, the line did a good job on that play. And he's special. He runs the ball a little different than some.
Good shot from the crowd over there. They brought several down the road here.
Like I said, it's a Route 33 league. All you got to do is get on Route 33. As we watch the replay here, just watch him get through people. He goes through the contact, avoids contact. He has a knack for, feeling where to go.
Yeah. Tim, how about this score? Canal Winchester leads Taze Valley 27-10 in the third quarter.
Hey, league play is going to be.
It's going to be good.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's great what's going on.
There's Coach Eddie talking to that side judge that threw the 15-yard penalty on him. He might be saying, "I'm sorry, but."
No, this is how you handle it. You let people calm down and
right.
You talk.
After the kickoff, I'll take a look at the standings in the regions. These two teams in different regions, actually different divisions.
Yeah.
As Logan is Division 2, Lancaster Division 1. And we'll check those after this kickoff.
You got to remember, 16 people get in the playoff out of there. So in the Division 1 regions, it's almost
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Ethan Graham to kick it away.
Wow.
That's a weapon right there.
That
Kick it
is.
to the end zone.
We've talked about that.
Let's check those computer standings right now.
Yeah. They're Lancaster sits, and they get a chance to play Reynoldsburg and Newark. So they can move up the ladder if they can just, get consistent, continue to play well. You got to finish this, though, off now because it's not over.
Right.
But they'll have opportunity. And you see Logan is just here in Division II, Region 7. They're just behind getting a shot at the playoffs. But, again, they've got some games down the road, and you can change your fortunes if you wish.
Tootle rolling to pass. Looking, going to tuck it in himself and run it. He's got some running room out across the 30. Tootle to the 40. Jameer Gordon on the chase across midfield, and finally Tootle brought down at the 46-yard line of Lancaster.
Well, we just talked about how he was the leading rusher and hadn't really been impactful. Well, he just made a huge play right there.
Coming into the game, he had 46 carries for 292 yards.
Well, in the first half, he was -9, Jared, so this is big.
Big gainer there, and a good decision by him to not force a pass and just tuck it in and run.
First and 10, Logan.
Gave a stiff arm there to Gordon, and actually worked. I mean, he got, 3 or 4 more yards after the stiff arm.
You got to remember, he's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
He's going to get even better.
Actually got some playing time last year as a freshman. I read that was the first time in for many years that a freshman took varsity snaps here at Logan. That time, that run going nowhere but backwards. Jackson Reynolds comes in and makes a stop for a loss of 3 on the play.
Well, like every team and usually everybody, even if you're having a down year, there's some history or time when it was good. And, of course, Logan has an excellent history of really outstanding and good football, especially for the people that know the history around the area. And it'll get back at some point.
Tootle has pressure, completes the pass to the 45-yard line. Going to be get him out across the original line of scrimmage. Jack Walsh gets him out to the 44-yard line.
Hey, he's catching passes. He's running down running backs. He's doing everything.
Score update from Fulton Field. Tim Miller has pulled away. That game was close early. They now lead Fisher Catholic 42-12 in that Mid-State League Cardinal matchup.
Yeah, we talked about how Miller has really,
they've got some athletes
they've gotten
right now.
better. Yeah, and stepped it up. And
not just football either. I mean,
no.
they've got some athletes that can shoot the round ball, good baseball players. Tootle on the run. Nice pass and nice catch down near the 33-yard line. Is some extracurricular activity going on after the play and lots of flags coming in. I think this one's going on Lancaster.
Yeah, there's a little tussle right there in the middle of the field. And, at some point, and I like this right here.
He's coming off the field, too.
No, I like it. I mean, you can have and do what you want to do, but when you do things that hurt your team, you have to remove them from the game.
And we've seen both coaches do that tonight after personal fouls.
I don't care what level.
Here it is. That was after the penalty. He had knocked somebody down. Actually, I think he tackled somebody.
I was just telling somebody the other day, one of the things that I really liked that I saw there tonight, and I don't watch a lot of pro football. I watch scores, but I'll watch parts. But the Lions were playing on Monday night. I don't know if you remember.
Yep.
Dan Campbell was their coach. I tell you, every time somebody got what I would call a stupid penalty, they were off the field. He didn't care.
And that's the professional level.
I know.
Yeah, you
but
don't
I
see
love
that
it.
very often.
Well, that's why they are good now.
Yep, you're right.
You know what?
I like Dan Campbell.
Yes, do what's best for the team.
Yep.
Not for you.
First and 10 Chieftains. Pressure coming from the backside. Tootle going to tuck it and run, and he slides down inside the 20.
Showed a little speed there.
Yeah.
Getting away from the trail defender.
They'll mark it at the 18. Second down and 7.
Yeah.
Kevin Monahan on the tackle.
Clock rolling down inside of 7.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 20-6, Lancaster leads it.
At the concession. Half price. Pizza, sandwiches, and breadsticks.
3 receivers split out to the left side. Tootle pitches it out to Morgan, and Morgan going to be stopped by Landon Knox, and a flag comes in.
Caden Morgan on the toss.
Did he happen to get a face mask? It looks like Phil King calling a face mask over there.
I think so. I mean, he
was right on top of it.
Yeah, he's the head linesman over there. So
it is a 5-yard variety of face mask.
Incidental.
Yeah, incidental. Let's see if we can see it here. He made a nice job getting off of shedding the blocker. Yeah, it looks like just as he wrapped him up with that right hand, the hand went across the face mask. Moves them up 5 yards. So basically they get back to where they had been spotted. 2nd down and 7 for the Chiefs.
Kind of a do-over.
Yeah.
Here they come. Full pressure.
Tootle overthrows his intended receiver over on the near sideline. That was Jacob Carrick.
Yeah, I like that too. Make him get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, he's capable of making plays, obviously. He wouldn't be the quarterback, but I like making him uncomfortable.
Third down and 7 for the Chieftains. They trail at 20-6. 6:48 to play in the 4th quarter as Noah Darty brings the play on for the Chieftains. 3 receivers will split out to the right. Morgan to the right of Tootle. He'll be a blocker, and he's got pressure. Tootle flushed out and hits his man inside the 20, inside the 15, all the way down to the 10-yard line. First down for the Chieftains, but I see a flag. That might be a hold. Looks like Logan staying put. That's going to negate a first down pitch and catch. Watch the catch here, how close he was to being out of bounds.
Watch him discard here, defender, and put the pressure on him.
Landon Knox was giving pressure.
Tootle does a great job.
Wow, look at that.
Yep.
Jack Walsh knew exactly where he was and where he needed to get to.
He's had a big night, both ways. He's a good football player.
But the penalty going to back Logan up to the Lancaster 28-yard line. 3rd down and 17 for the Chieftains. Walsh goes in motion. Tootle rolling his way. Looking downfield, looking to the end zone. Now he's got some pressure. Needs to get rid of it. Coming all the way back to the near side. Tootle is going to be wrapped up at the 25 and brought down inside the 25 at the 22-yard line. Man, he ran a long way to gain about 6 yards.
And it took about 25 seconds here.
And he lost his helmet and is coming up holding his face after he lost his helmet. He'll have to come out of the game for a play. So we'll see who, Coach Eddie going to call timeout now as they're bringing on Lane Ogg, their freshman quarterback. This is the one that I got to see last night in the freshman game. He'll have to play for one play. Here it is. Watch how far he goes.
Watch the
I mean, he's as far as you can get over on the far side. I mean, that's 52 yards he ran right there.
Fifth place finish at the sectionals last week in Chillicothe. The Logan girls golf team qualified.
And just swarmed by the Gales, and there's where he lost his helmet. A little bit of extra pushing, and it really could have been a flag right there.
Yeah, just a little chippy.
Look at Coach Eddie. He's not happy because his quarterback just got his head pushed into the turf with his helmet off. Wow. I gotta agree with Coach Eddie there. That should have been a flag. So Tootle will have to sit for a play. Lane Ogg will line up at quarterback. They will most likely go for it here instead of trying to kick a field goal. They're down 20-6.
Yeah.
With 5:29 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, you know you got your 22 yards away or 23 yards away, you got to play here, Jared, for the touchdown.
Not the first time that Aug has been in a varsity game. He's actually 4 for 10 passing in a varsity contest this year. And rushing, looked like he's had to rush for his life. He's negative 11 yards rushing. Here he is on the run. Aug looking, throws one to the end zone, lofts it up there. It's up for grabs. It's tipped, almost caught on the carom, but it's going to be a turnover on downs, but a flag comes in. Is that a hold? Flag's laying down at the 25-yard line. Maybe he was across the line of scrimmage.
No, I thought he cleared, had been back far enough.
Yeah, so did I.
Lane Aug's pass falls incomplete.
It was a hold on Logan, so the Gales will decline that one and take over on downs.
Yeah, watch here. He's got up to the 23. I thought he did a good job. I thought he was maybe going to run, Jared, and he's 2 yards back behind the line of scrimmage. Hey, give it a chance.
One tip. His receiver almost got it without the tip. That was Weinseer, and then it went off the head of Xavier Havlicek for the Gales. So Lancaster takes over, 1st and 10, 5:19 to play in regulation. Gales spending a little extra time in that huddle. Santini splits to the bottom of the screen. Handoff to the fullback. I believe that's number 6, Devin Wilson, on the carry. Yes, it is, Devin. He's having trouble with his pants as well. They must not have belts on those things.
Beyond me. I wouldn't want my pants to come down inside the stadium, though.
The amount of pants that have come down and helmets we've seen fall off tonight.
Yeah, that's true. It's been the equipment manager's nightmare, right?
But he picked up 5 yards on the carries, makes it 2nd down and 5. Cam Griffith resets to the left side. Once again, the carry by Wilson. And Wilson has a 1st down out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's just straight north-south fullback. Zone blocking. Move people out of the way and let's go.
1st and 10 Lancaster. Inside of 5 minutes to play in the ball game.
Callan Wilson on the tackle.
Loving that video board here at Logan. Very cool as well that it's all the camera work done by students.
It's great.
Good experience for them.
Hey, it's a tech world.
Burke turns, again hands off to Wilson. This time he stopped behind the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line.
Talon Thompson with the tackle.
Talon Thompson makes a stop for the Chieftains.
2nd down for Lancaster.
Clock inside of 3.5 minutes to play in the ball game. We'll get to those players of the game, one from each team in just a few moments. As the Gales going to take every bit of the time off the play clock that they can. Second down and 11. And the Gales are going to call a timeout with 1 second on the play clock, 2:57 on the game clock. And with this stoppage, let's go ahead and get to our players of the game. Let's do the Logan player of the game first, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew. For great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town, it's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
Hey, the guy you've mentioned all night and's been active on both sides of the ball is Jack Wall. I think he's our player of the game for the Chieftains. Defensively running people down from sideline to sideline, offensively catching passes. And he's involved in a lot of the game.
Number 3, Jack Walsh. Congratulations. He is our Logan player of the game, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. There you see him right there in the huddle. Our Lancaster player of the game, brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. Learn more at carriagecompany.com.
Yeah, I think the guy that's really picked them up tonight is when you look at, let me think of his Jameer Gordon. Yeah. Had to think for his first name for a second there. Jameer's, like I said, he's special. He doesn't need a lot of space. He makes tough yards. We've seen his speed. He's got all the tools, and when the line's blocking well, giving him an opportunity, he's just dynamite.
Congratulations, number 4 of the Lancaster Golden Gales. And I got to tell you, Shu, my daughter is a freshman at Lancaster High School, and I said Jameer Gordon one time. She said, "Dad, it's Jameer." She corrected me, so I want to make sure I get it right. Jameer Gordon, congratulations, our player of the game.
Well, thanks to Brooklyn for our enunciation class. Yeah.
Brought to you by the Carriage Company. She gets that from me. I correct her enough. Oh, my.
Wow.
End over end. That was Isaiah Sweat on the carry, but a flag comes in.
Well, what do we got here?
We've seen our share of flags, haven't we?
Yeah, this half has been a lot of yellow.
Watch this hit here.
Flag on the field.
Got him low.
Reminds me of the John Elway helicopter play.
Here's the
flag came
flag's
in
right over at the top left of your screen.
Yeah, wow.
I don't know
Play's
what it
completely
was.
over.
Just, that's the stuff you just have to eliminate as a coach. I mean, when you go back and watch the film, they're going to make some mistakes. Players are going to do some things. But you know what? The ones you can actually take care of yourself are those type things, Jared.
And it's been both sides as well.
It has been. No, absolutely.
So after the penalty, 1st and 10 for the Gales. They'll have the ball at their own 44-yard line with 2.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Taking their time again, running the play clock down. Burke will break the huddle with Wilson standing right behind him. Devin Wilson will take the handoff and get across the 45. Getting some help from his offensive line, still going. I think they're going to give him all the way out to the 50-yard line.
Through the middle.
The old scrum.
Tell you what, Shu, we mentioned that Billy Burke, who's on the Lancaster staff now, was the head coach down here at Logan for 6 years. And ironically, Brody, his son, who's playing quarterback, wore purple for quite a while on his dad's sideline as a ball boy. And it's got to be kind of a fun thing to come back to where he basically grew up as a young child watching his dad coach the Chieftains, and now he's quarterbacking against them.
Well, I know one thing. It is your birthday, but I'm older than you, and I watched Billy play in high school.
Yeah.
Had him in the building when I taught it many moons ago, and he was a heck of a football player, I'm going to tell you.
Wilson again on the carry. Gets up near first down yardage to the 47 of the Chieftains. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for Lancaster. Clock down to 1 minute and 3 and counting here in the ball game. In this OCC Buckeye battle, the Gales are going to improve their record to 3-4. Logan will drop to 1-6. A lot of things that both these coaches can be pleased with, but also several things they're going to watch the film tomorrow morning and say, we got to correct this.
The things I heard from them are those things that you're just mentioning that they definitely want to get better at, and they understand that. The thing is, not you understanding it, it's how you have to teach the young people to understand it, Jared.
While we have a timeout on the field, I want to say thanks to our Interphase Video Productions crew tonight. Always doing a fine job. In our production truck tonight, Bob Campetti, Josh Messerly, Donnie Ziegfeld, Dylan Panchel, and Beth Campetti on stats tonight. And our cameraman, there's Tom Russo. He's down on the field. I was talking to Tom last week as our children, his son and my daughter were in a group of kids that went together to homecoming, and he and I were talking. He was all excited about the new wireless cameras. You saw him carrying that down the sideline. He does a great job down there. Jason Roush is up in the bleachers, as well as Jim Spires. There's Jimmy up high up top Chieftain Stadium. You see Jim talking in his ears. Our director, Bob Campetti, said it's Jim's 70-30 year.
30-something.
It is 30-something, yeah.
Because I was 26 for me.
Jason Roush is on the camera that's midway up the stadium over on the near side.
Oh, boy.
Good run by Devin Wilson there, getting the first down and more out to the 39-yard line. We'll tell you that as this one winds down inside of 20 seconds to play in the game, that we're going to take, I believe, a week off, kind of look at things for the schedule. There's Jason. We mentioned him. He got a chance to be in the Logan student section tonight, I think, with that camera.
Yeah.
He might have played the dice game with them. So the Gales are going to win this one tonight 20-6, and we'll tell you that coming up we've got some good ones as we round up our broadcast season and head into the playoffs. We're looking forward to that. We've got some teams that will definitely be making it to the playoffs, and we're going to be follow them as far as we can. Of course, Bloom Carroll having a great year, winning tonight against Logan Elm. And there's our next game broadcast. October 18th, we'll be back down in Sugar Grove for a Mid-State League Cardinal Division battle between the Rockets and the Irish of Fisher Catholic. And Tim, you got a chance to see the Rockets last week, and you said their record is not indicative of that team.
No, they actually have a lot of positive things happening. Sometimes, you play some people that may be in a little better situation, but I was very impressed with how they played last week.
So once again, your final score tonight, Lancaster wins it on the road, 20-6 in the OCC Buckeye over the Logan Chieftains. Lancaster moves to 3-4. Logan drops to 1-6. I want to say thanks once again to our entire Interphase Video Productions crew: Bob Campetti, Josh Messerly, Donnie Ziegfeld, Dylan Panchel, Beth Campetti, Jim Spires, Jason Roush, and Tom Russo. And again, good to be back with you again tonight, Shu. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
It's great. Great. Always, like I said, what else but better to do on your birthday on a Friday night?
Exactly.
Go to a game.
Congratulations to the Gales. Victorious tonight, 20-6 for our entire Interphase Video Productions crew. And Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
Interphase Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week, brought to you by Dagger Long, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHawkingHills.com.